I was saying this the other day on our Everybody Settle Down podcast. I don't want anyone to get hurt, but I almost feel like at the State of the Union, he needs to have a moment that's so bad that they have to move on. Because it can't be half-assed.
What does it mean? What does that
My
entail?
point is this. He's already fallen down off the bike and whatnot, and he's slipped and whatnot, and he stutters and whatnot, and he's had the senior moments and whatnot. So he's done that. So if he does that again, he's just doing the same thing. And Eric brought this up. It probably has to be the Mitch McConnell.
He's done that.
Not to that extent.
He's already done the Mitch McConnell, Charlie.
Dude, where he freezes for 20 seconds. It's got to be really, really bad. I hate to say that.
I think it has to be like he falls down and he can't get up.
Listen,
let's relive
No,
it.
but it can also be the way he speaks.
This week has been good bipartisan cooperation and a string of.
Listen,
It's sad.
he cannot debate Trump.
He's a joke.
That's where it's going to go to the forefront. He should. Now, the out is, well, Trump didn't debate in the Republican primary, which I understand from a strategy standpoint. You don't do that. I think Trump should have. But he can't debate. I think he'll do the State of the Union, and he'll show how he's always been tough on the border, and hopefully he won't have a minute there. But he's not getting better from here.
That's my point.
It's only worse, so there's no way they can let him run. And when I start seeing MSNBC, people on there, or the New York Times having opinion pieces that he's got to go, that tells me they already know he's on the way out.
MSNBC, or as they say, MSDNC.
Ha-ha. But that Mitch McConnell, for example,
Oh, God.
he would have stood up there probably for a minute if somebody didn't help him. So that's the difference. Like, if Joe stutters and stammers, it's like, okay, he always does that. I just feel like it needs to reach a point, and maybe it's just in polling. What you said, though, is if Joe Biden doesn't debate, he has no chance of winning. He has zero chance.
These dogs must
And he can't.
I agree. Well,
So that's why I already think they realize they already have a plan. Listen, this is a conspiracy theory, but I believe there are people that really pull the strings, regardless of Democrat or Republican in power. It could be donors. It could be a cabal of someone. But there are people that pull the strings. They already, in my opinion, they already know who it's going to be. They know how they're going to do it. And it isn't going to be Biden. And I've been saying for a long time, I think the convention is the perfect thing where Joe Biden, who cares so much about America, is going to step aside for his health and also for the well-being of the Democratic Party, but first the American people.
But I do think they would try to push Weekend at Bernie's across the finish line if he was polling better. And I don't agree with that. But I think it's more of a response to everybody's like, OS. No, I'm serious.
Absolutely.
If Donald Trump was not ahead of him in all these polls, especially in the swing states, I do think the Democrats would try to push Grandpa to the finish line.
I agree with that. But the polling has been bad for a while, and it continues to trend bad to the point where I think even Democratic pollsters are saying you can't dig out of it at this point. He's too deep.
Well, I don't know about that, unfortunately. I think it's still... I think if those two ran, it would still essentially be a coin flip-ish. If you, I hate to say that, I think that's the case. But and I would say Trump's going to win, but I still think it'd be super, super close. But the funny thing is like, it's almost like, oh, we just got to get him to the election. And my point is, no, there's 4 years after that.
Right.
I know. Well,
It's not just about.
care
It
about
shouldn't just
America.
be about winning. Oh no, we just got to get him through the election. No, how about the next 4 years when he'll be like 86 or 87 at the end
Tales
of
from
it?
the crypt.
He's not going to be catching a second wind.
Exactly.
It doesn't get better from here.
Prevagen or whatever he takes or whatever it is.
Oh, no, he's just going through a rough spot. He'll catch a second.
Yeah, when he's 90. These dogs must be sniffing up some of Hunter's yayo that spills down on the White House floor. Ooh.
Then they get all rabid and bite after they sniff a little.
27.
By the way, my dad just texted me. He goes, I just saw an elderly woman down at the park with 2 German Shepherds in a lab, walking them by herself. Just so you know.
So she's strong.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, those elderly women are really strong.
So Biden is strong, you're saying?
Really strong. That's what I'm saying.
Listen, my dog yanks me all around.
I'm just saying.
If I couldn't keep my balance, a German Shepherd would knock you over. Now, I agree with Charlie. You hold this leash, President, Mr. and you snap a picture. I never saw the video of him walking the dog.
We need video. Anybody can take a quick snapshot and make a picture look good.
True that.
The dog could be seconds away from ripping his shoulder out. You could find a good picture.
Yeah.
The video is what really...
Well, you can also doctor that up. Now, I don't even trust video I see, ever. I saw a bite. I don't remember what it was. And it was like, yeah, that's not real. It looked real. It sounded real. But I knew it wasn't real. And that's going to fool a lot of people.
Don't get got.